A theater can tell you a lot about a city, as it's often inextricably entwined with the psyche of its people, culture, and history. In many cases, a grand theater is a landmark or national icon. The building itself is as famous as the actors and singers who perform. Whether or not you get to see a play or an opera on your travels, theaters have stories to tell. Book a behind-the-scenes tour or simply take in the grand facade and imagine the secrets contained inside. Here are 10 of the most beautiful theaters in the world, from ancient to ultra-modern, each with a fascinating history to tell. Starting at number 10, Teatru Manoel, Valletta. After whom it is named, Grandmaster Anton Manuel de Vilhena ordered the construction of Valletta's ancient theater in 1731. The Manoel is one of the world's oldest operating theaters, having withstood diseases, invasions, and sieges. It's on Old Theatre Street, right in the heart of Valletta. The exterior seems uncomplicated, but on tour, make sure to glance inside. The theater is small compared to other most renowned opera houses in Europe, but it's gorgeous inside, with an elegant rococo roof, a trompe-l'oeil ceiling, and a brilliant chandelier. The boxes were initially made of stone, which couldn't have been very pleasant, but they were later converted to wood and gold leaf decorated. Number 9. Odeon of Herodes, Atticus, Acropolis, Greece. Since around 160 AD, this open-air theater carved into the slopes of the Acropolis in Athens has served its purpose without fail. Although it was constructed in Greece, the amphitheater's architecture is decidedly Roman, as it was built during the time of the Roman Empire. It's simple to envision oneself as a member of the audience while sitting on one of the marble benches. Today, the Odeon of Herodes Atticus holds festival events, ballets, operas, and theatrical plays, as well as some of the world's most popular performers. Number 8. Gran Teatre del Liceu, Barcelona. This iconic opera theater in Barcelona first opened its doors in La Rambla in 1847 and has since become a symbol of the city. However, it, like La Fenice, has been burned down twice. In 1861, the first theater, Europe's largest and most advanced at the time, burned down after a fire in the on-site tailor's workshop raced out of control. The reconstructed Gran Teatre del Liceu reopened in 1862, but was damaged by fire again in 1994. In 1999, the third incarnation debuted with a production of Turandot in a setting that was close to the original but included more high-tech gear. Number 7. Teatro la Fenice, Venice. The Phoenix-themed Teatro la Fenice is suitably titled, as the enormous opera house has risen twice from the ashes, and the green waterways of Venice. The first theater was built on this site in 1792, but it was burned down in 1836. The opera building was reconstructed in record time, and it reopened a year later, in December 1837. Operas by Rossini, Verdi, Bellini, and Donizetti have all had their world premieres here. La Fenice commissioned both Verdi's Rigoletto and La Traviata. From Callas through Parvati, all the 20th century greats performed here. La Fenice burned down again on January 29, 1996, but it was repaired and reopened in December 2003, as lovely as the original. Number 6. Shakespeare's Globe, London. The Royal Opera House, the London Palladium, and the Albert Hall are just a few of London's outstanding theaters. Shakespeare's Globe, on the other hand, is one of the most well-known theaters in the world. The theater, which debuted in 1997 on the south bank of the Thames, opposite St. Paul's Cathedral, was founded by the late visionary American director Sam Wanamaker. The 1,570-seat auditorium was designed in the circle, with no roof, and the stage in the midst of the audience, as was typical in Shakespeare time. There was once a Globe Theater on this site. The original was constructed in 1599 to stage Shakespeare's plays, but it was destroyed by fire in 1613. The place was repaired and reopened in 1642. Number 5. Water Puppet Theater, Hanoi. Hanoi's Thang Long Water Puppet Theater performance is a Vietnamese art form. Water puppetry dates back to the 11th century when villagers would perform entertaining shows while standing waist-deep in water in flooded rice paddy fields. Their puppets would be supported by long rods, giving the impression that they were autonomously moving through the water. The traditional folktales are portrayed using mime and operatic music in today's concerts, which appeal to a bilingual audience. The performance is accompanied by a Vietnamese orchestra including drums, cymbals, wooden bells, and flutes. With only 8 puppeteers directing the players, the audience is led on a journey through rural life, harvests, magical animals, and stories. Number 4. Teatro Greco, taormina. The burning carcass of snow-capped mountain Etna serves as a stunning backdrop to medieval Taormina on the island of Sicily, which drapes across the slope above the beach resort of Giardini Naxos. The medieval streets will lead you to the Teatro Greco, one of the world's most spectacular Greco-Roman amphitheaters. The Teatro Greco, a beautiful horseshoe cut into the rock high above the dazzling Mediterranean, was created in the 3rd century BC. The ancient Greeks built the original theater as a performance area, with improvements made by the Romans. They used it for gladiator battles in front of a crowd of 5,400 spectators. Number 3. Victoria Theatre, Singapore. The Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall in Singapore was built in 1862, when the city skyline was very different. It's now a Singapore icon, with a magnificent gray and white neoclassical facade that stands out against the city's gleaming skyscrapers. Initially, the theater served as a municipal hall with a theater attached. It was soon, however, too small to fulfill either purpose. When Queen Victoria died in 1901, it was decided to create a memorial hall next to the town hall in her honor, in the same Palladian design as the town hall, with a clock tower in the center to connect the two structures. Number 2. Teatro Colón, Buenos Aires. The Teatro Colón in Buenos Aires, built in an eclectic style and occupying an entire block, is as graceful as you'd expect in this most elegant city. This enormous 7-story structure, which opened in 1908, has such excellent acoustics that it is regarded as one of the best theaters in the world, on par with La Scala in Milan and the Royal Opera House in London's Covent Garden. Placido Domingo, José Carreras, Luciana Pavarotti, and Joan Sutherland and Maria Callas have all performed here. The theater is decorated with rich red velvet, gold, intricate tapestries, and stunning stained glass on the inside. A guide tour will lead you to the elaborately adorned Golden Hall, used for chamber music, and has a double-height lobby covered in opulent, colorful marble with a sweeping staircase. Number 1. Sydney Opera House, Sydney. In the shadow of the Sydney Harbour Bridge on Bennelong Point, the Sydney Opera House's graceful sails are an unforgettable sight. It is Australia's most visited monument and one of the world's most famous theaters. The Sydney Opera House was designed by Danish architect Rune Utzon, who won an architectural competition for his bold concept. It debuted in 1973. However, by the time of the grand opening, Utzon had resigned from the project due to rising expenses and conflicts, and he never returned to Australia to view the finished structure. Witnessing live theater is an unbeatable experience. Whether you prefer ballet or the opera, Shakespeare or Broadway, live shows simply can't be beaten. And these extraordinary theaters around the world add an extra element of allure to live performances. We hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you could now visit one of these theaters, which one would you pick? Share it in the comments below. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, District 10 TV, for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.